It's late and I gotta go to bed, but I saw something at the store that I'd actually been kind of keeping an eye out for. Nitro Pepsi, a new way for Pepsi to serve Pepsi. Um, Looking for not so much a new flavor as a new texture. Um, Nitrogen infused, so they say right here, smaller bubbles, smoother taste. So it's like Pepsi does Guinness. I don't know if any of you, uh, those who enjoy beer or certainly enjoy Guinness would know that Guinness tends to have a much thicker head and a much smoother texture to it than most other beers. Um, and I'm reminded of when they first started putting Guinness in cans in the 90s. There was always a little ping pong ball in the can that held nitrogen in it, so that when you open the can, the nitrogen was released from that ping pong ball, and that helped the the canned beer be more like a draft beer. And also when Guinness changed from the shorter necked bottles, excuse me, to more of the gooseneck bottles, they also had a little elongated plastic doodad they put in there for the same purpose. And as this says here, draft cola. They're looking for that sort of not really soda on tap, but kind of a what if Guinness was tasted like Pepsi instead, or what if Pepsi felt like Guinness? So I guess we're gonna see how that goes, rather than the flavor, or it's kind of looking for the texture. So let's give this a try. And I'm going to skip my usual thing of drinking it from the can first. I've got here an actual official Guinness glass, and we're going to see how that looks. Oh, you hear that? That's kind of the fizz of the nitrogen escaping. Now, as time wore on, Guinness figured out how to put the nitrogen in the beer without adding the little plastic doodad, so Pepsi is probably borrowing from their playbook. As you can see, you can kind of see that cascaded bubbles didn't last as long as with Guinness, but it did. But look at that head. That's thick, and that's staying around. We'll check the color a bit later here, but here we go. Oh my. Oh, that's good. That's really smooth. They're not joking when they said that that's a much smoother taste. That goes down real easy. There's hardly any actual fizz to it, yet you still get that kind of rounded mouth feel. Yeah, that's even smoother than yeah, that's even smoother than Code Red, which usually has a real mild carbonation to it. Mm, mm. So, like I said, it just uh, as for the flavor, it's pretty much Pepsi. It's kind of like a flat Pepsi, but it doesn't have it's more lively than a flat soda. It's just really smooth and really tasty. You could chug a lug that without any trouble. As you can see, I'm sucking this down. Now that is something you hardly ever see in a soda pop, is bubbles lingering on the glass. A soda head usually never lasts anywhere near that long. All right, now just for completeness sake, I'm going to try it from the can. Mm, Still pretty smooth from the can. Now that is something else. So that's even smoother than something you'd get out of a fountain. That's that just is really good and goes down real easy. And I don't know really that I need to. So uh, uh, I guess that brings us to our usual question: would I take this over a regular Pepsi? And I think I would under most circumstances. I mean, uh, this does not have. It's not anywhere near as rough as a regular carbonated soda. It is smooth, yet as I said, it excuse me, still fills your mouth. You just don't get that crackling fizzing, that rough edge that most sodas have from the carbonation. Some are worse than others, of course. I mean, like I said, Code Red's pretty smooth. Trying to think something that was really crisp before. Nothing particularly leaps to mind at the moment, but or like a Dr Pepper, which is kind of a crispy outside and a full, or actually kind of an empty center for Dr Pepper. They have that empty sort of feel to it. This is not that at all. This is like the anti Dr Pepper mouth feel. Um, I guess that's really all there is to it. There's not much to talk about because otherwise it's Pepsi. It's an incredibly smooth Pepsi that tastes really, really good. Um, so if you get a chance, enjoy, but make sure you can pour it into something because it's not really something you want to drink out of the can. I mean, that's kind of, you got to get that nice bubbly, nice thick head going and all of that. So uh, if you see it out there somewhere, enjoy. It's a pricier. I think I paid like $2 for this can. Um, enjoy when you can, and if you can't, well, I guess you're out of luck. All right. So thank you for watching, and have a good night.